What's up everyone, and welcome to the Pokemon Revolution Guide to the Elite Four and everything else. Today we're going to be trying to get to Cerulean City, which you have to go through Mount Moon for. You also have to go through Route 4, which has a number of trainers that you have the option of fighting. Some are optional, some aren't optional. I'm going to be showing you the ones that aren't optional and are. This one is optional, and this one right here isn't optional. There's going to be one right here down by the lamppost that is optional right there. Youngster Calvin, you don't have to do that. So you come here and fight these three. They're all non-optional. And right here you got to be really careful. You see how I'm paralyzed. I just took a critical hit. That's really close to... I took a risk there and almost lost my Squirtle. So be careful on that, guys. Always be sure you're a little bit ahead of where you think you are, because crits can happen and they can get you at the worst of times. I'm going to use, of course, a Chanberry to get him unparalyzed, heal him back up to full, so I don't have to go back to the Poke Center. I should be able to make it to the next one on Route 4. So, the next three guys aren't that hard. There is a Jigglypuff at the end that's not as easy as it seems, so beat those two guys. You come down here and you beat Bugcatcher James. He's pretty easy. And then Last Robin has the Jigglypuff. So once you beat them two, you unlock your first dig spots, which are right there. They're pretty nice, and you can also get some extra berries here. Now there's a lot of things to note right when you come into this area at first. You do have a few NPCs to talk to. Not many of them have anything good. The Pokestop is there. That's of course for when you have 8 badges and you want to come back and visit this. Don't go to the Magikarp salesman. You can catch a way better Magikarp in I think it's Surge's Town. I forget what the name of it is. We'll be there soon though. So what you want to do is first you want to come back here. There's a free item that's right up here by this Rhyhorn. If you want to add him to your Pokedex so you can find where a Rhyhorn is. He's right there below me, but you'll have to go to this path to get to him, which isn't that hard to get to, but it kind of is sneakily put down here. So you just come down here to these stairs and go up there. There's a bunch of Geodudes and Sandshrews you can add to your Pokedex, but you'll see plenty of those in Mount Moon, so not too much to worry about there. So you come up here and you get this Pokeball. It's an elixir, which is pretty helpful. It restores all the power of your Pokemon's moves. So we just left Pewter City. We're trying to get to Cerulean. We got to go through Mount Moon. You see how the two little green squares connect, so that's where we're going to be going through is Mount Moon today. I'm going to be showing you the items, the trainers, which ladders to go down, which ladders, if you don't want to go down, you don't have to, what they have, and stuff like that. So it'll get kind of choppy at points, so I can skip to certain points because the video was already pretty long. So we had to cut out a lot of the Poke battles, but we do have a lot of things to learn here in Mount Moon. So the first thing you want to do is come up here and talk to Ned. Ned sells escape ropes for a really good price. They're always good to have on you. They can teleport you to the last Poke Center you used, so that's extremely useful. Say you want to keep your Poke Center set to Pewter City and you want to come back to Pewter City for some reason. That's what you could use an escape rope for. Other than that, it's just for getting to the Poke Center quickly. Also, you want to come up and click this hole. Be sure you click, every time you go into a tunnel there's a hole on either side. Be sure you click both the holes, so when you do get a Pokemon with Dig and you want to skip these tunnels, you can walk up to that hole and just skip the tunnel completely. Sorry about that. So, Zubat. Your first item is going to be right down here. There's a little drop down thing you can go to. And there's also a trainer to the left of it, but I'm going to skip him for time's sake. I don't even know why I'm fighting the Zubat, honestly. I just killed it for fun. So you come down here and you get this TM09, and there's your hiker down there if you want to go get him, and another Zubat. Fabulous. Well, at this level right now, Squirtle still gets a pretty good amount of experience off these guys, so it's not the worst thing to kill. Geodudes are more prone to do a lot more damage to you since they do have sturdy. Even though you can one-shot them, they'll still come back. Oh, and Paris. Paris is a pain, especially if you use bubble on it like this. See? So he'll leech life you, and he'll take a lot of damage out of your Squirtle, but he won't be able to kill you as long as you start tackling. I wouldn't fight Paris's anymore. I would just Once you get to a good level in this area, after you've killed a few the trainers and stuff, I'd just start running from the mobs because you're high enough level to. So once you get that item and that trainer, you're going to want to come back here, and I'm going to start from the beginning probably each time I go and show you a different path so that you know where you're at. So there's a trainer right here. This is the first path you're technically supposed to go down as far as the correct way to go. So once you get done with her, she's got just a Clefairy. That's another thing you can find in here that's really rare is Clefairy, or not very rare, but you know, not a common Pokemon to see, and it's gonna be hard to get the IVs in nature the way you want them if you're trying to get a perfect one, of course. And again, I'll make a whole video about IVs in nature a little bit down the road when it's more important to you. Right now, it's not so much as, oh my god, you need to get the best Pokemon you can right now. It's just get to your 4th badge, and then we'll see about what we can do, because there's a few Pokemon you can catch by the 4th badge that'll carry you to the Elite Four and handle the Elite Four, and you're gonna want to put your work into those Pokemon before you put work into Pokemon you don't actually need. So I think we're gonna take this ladder right here, and this leads down to, I think, 2 Team Rocket trainers. There's one here, and then there's an item down to the bottom right, I think, from him. Still got my Pidgey sitting there hanging in strong. I haven't had an accident since the first one. Ooh, Squirtle became confused. Well, RNG saved me. Always gotta hate confusion. Sometimes you'll flat out just get RNG where your Pokemon will hit itself in the face a few times, and it could end up killing you. So, very good. He handled that confusion pretty well. So after you beat this guy, there's an item right here. I think this is the star piece, which is extremely needed. If you do come through here, you need to come down here and get the star piece, because you can sell it above Cerulean City for a lot of Poké Dollars. Yeah, it is the star piece. I think this is an escape rope. Oh, Sandslash is guarding it, apparently. My test with Sandslash is, if you use Bubble and you don't one-shot it, I'd probably try to catch it, because usually they get one-shotted, and if they don't, they usually have a high amount of health. But it all depends on your level. If you out-level it too much, of course you're just going to destroy it, even if it has a 31 stat. It's all about little increments that you could tell, but the higher your Pokemon gets, the further away you get from being able to do something like that. I was actually able to outspeed this Raticate, so Squirtle's going pretty well with his level 21. And once you bubble, you definitely are going to outspeed it, because it usually decreases the speed. So I'm going to heal him up here so I don't have to go to the Poké Center. So there's a few dig spots down here too, which are extremely important to come back to. They respawn every 4 days, and there's one trainer here. So that's about it for these ladders. Once you go back up to the top of them, this is just the end of it right here. You have to go back up. It's just legitimately for these dig spots. So once you're back up here, you got to come down. And down here is a very difficult trainer and then a very easy trainer. If it's difficult because the Squirrel, you're about to fight an electric user, and no, you do not want to learn Protect. At least I don't use Protect. So, gotta love it. Paris. You know, I really don't want to deal with this Paris. So he's guarding an item, kind of. It's not exactly. Man, well, when you see Sandshrew, I always one-shot Sandshrew because I know they don't have Sturdy. I know they don't, you know. It's Sandshrew, Sandslash. Always try to one-shot it. No point in not. But a Geodude can hang on by Sturdy, and that's annoying. And you don't want to take that extra hit when you're just trying to move through this cave, and you'll always have it be going back. So this is the harder fight, and I've had my Bubble do a lot. Yeah, I figured. So even though it's not weak against water, Bubble still does. Ooh, paralyzed. So that means not only is he going to get to go first no matter what. Yeah, I'm going to potion. I don't want things to get too risky here. So yeah, I'm going to take another hit here, but that's okay, because he'll be dead. And then I can move on to, I think it's Voltorb he has. I'm just going to expend a lot of materials here, which isn't a bad thing. It's just not the best of things. It's not as bad when you're low level like this. When you're blowing through hyper potions and stuff is when you really need to be worried about it. So, plus it saves Squirtle, make sure he gets the experience. Yeah, but he's still going to take a lot of damage, so I don't want to switch. Probably going to have to escape rope out of here and then come back for the other trainer. Yeah, I don't even want to risk it. Very low. That's alright though, because he's beaten now. So he's one of the tougher ones. So once you come back in to get back to that area, in case you didn't go down that ladder for some reason and didn't get the star piece and you didn't know where you were at, I'll go ahead and start from the door to show you how to get to Nerd Joven down there and his comrade, the bug guy. It's a really easy path. As long as you don't keep... and there's no repels. Like, I haven't... Well, I guess I could have bought some repels. I should probably invest in some repels just to get through these areas for time's sake, because it's making this video a lot longer than it needs to be to sit here and have little 5-second intervals where I fight the monsters. It's hard to edit it out as well. Look like a choppy mess, honestly. So, there's the ladder we went down for the star piece, and you just go ahead and go down from that, and then you run into another Sandshrew because, you know, Sandshrew love you, and you love Sandshrew. But the good news is you're mostly done with all of the findings in this area, besides the Pokeball over there, which is an escape rope, which I'm about to get. This trainer right here we're about to fight. There's only a few more trainers and items that are... Well, I really don't think that there's any more items out of the way. So you fight him, and he's pretty easy. He just has bug Pokemon. I one-shot them all. I honestly should have came from the electric guy to him, but I didn't know I was going to one-shot them all. Didn't want to take the risk yet again. So you get this escape rope. Man, you gotta love it. But as you can see, Squirtle's so high a level, it doesn't matter. You can just run from everything. As long as you don't get irked too much from that, you'll be okay. You can run from everything, you don't take any damage. You just need to focus on getting the trainers down for the extra experience and moving through the tunnel. So there's some more dig spots right there for you. I would recommend in the Diglett Cave to get a Sandslash or a Sandshrew that isn't terrible, or just in general for a TMs such as Cut and Dig. Those are extremely important in this, because dig spots can yield a lot of money, and they respawn every 4 days. They can give you star pieces and huge pearls and stuff to sell to a vendor for a few $1,000s, which is awesome. They can also yield rare candies and stuff like that. So after you beat her, she's kind of difficult. She took a little damage out of my Squirtle, which isn't good, but I'll push him up and move on. I think this next ladder is just, I think it's just dig spots. It might be a trainer too, so I'm going to go down there. But oh, it is a Bronzor. That's right. This is the right floor to find your Bronzor, so I'm going to hope and pray that this is the right kind of Bronzor, but I doubt it will be. Either way, Bronzor is a great Pokemon to have, whether or not he's got good stats or not. Just because... Ooh. Oh, wow. Well, he rolled really well. Yeah, he rolled really... Except for the ability. Wow, okay, he got one of the... Not the greatest ability. So... He's not perfect, but he's pretty good. That's not bad at all. He will definitely help me. So, yeah, it's just dig spots down there. Once you come back up this ladder, you just go to the left over here. Bronzor is... Whew, good job. Cannot believe I already got him. He's perfect. Bronzor is my perfect way of catching Pokemon. He can... You lower him, and then you bring Bronzor out. He's a tank. He wins. He puts him to sleep. You know, you catch him. So after you beat this guy with some Geodudes and Onyxes and stuff, he's got an item right above the ladder, and I think I'm going to escape rope out and come back in quickly to, just to be sure. Okay. So again, this is the whole path. I know I've repeatedly done this, but it's just so you get a general idea of how the cave looks. It's, you know, caves can sometimes be pretty confusing, especially with all the ladders and stuff. Oh, Sandshrew. You gotta love Sandshrew. I always one-shot them though, just because you may as well. It's wasting your time, right? So get some money out of it, get some experience out of it. Oh my, it's just gonna keep throwing them at me. It is actually a little bit faster to run, but you may as well just take it. 50 bucks, that's nice. So I've beaten this girl. We've gone down both the ladders that are quote-unquote discovery ladders where you get items for just going down there and you know exactly the right way to go or anything. Oh, wow, actually found a Clefairy as well. Okay. That's insane. Cool. So I guess I'm gonna try, I'll try to catch it just because Clefairy is not a bad Pokemon to have, but probably will not be a main. Honestly, unless you get like just a really good RNG roll, and she has good IVs, good natures, and she's ready to double slap her way into the Elite Four. I'm gonna just try a Pokeball with her weak. Oh, that did not catch her. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to Bronzor. And another thing to note is that when you do catch a Pokemon, if you have room on your 6, you can immediately notice it. Like if you pay attention when I sleep her and I throw the Pokeball, if you look at my 6 Pokemon or my Pokemon I have on me, she'll instantly appear as soon as you throw the Pokeball. It's kind of like a dead giveaway. But if you have 6 on you already and you send them to the Poke Center, you'll never know. See, she instantly just popped up before the Pokeball even went out there. Ooh. Minus speed, but she rolled nice IVs again. Wow. That is amazing. Huh. I cannot believe that at all. That is an insane Clefairy. Wow. Okay. So I got a nice Clefairy and a pretty good Bronzor. If he needs Levitate, honestly. I mean, he doesn't need it because we probably will get a Gengar who has Levitate, and that just avoids any actual need for it. So Gengar will do, but I'd also want a Bronzor with Levitate just in case Gengar died or something. There's always that backup Levitate. It's a really OP ability, so I recommend it highly. So this is how you progress. You go down the ladder next to that hiker guy and the item. Just run from all this. I'm not gonna handle this right now. Let me see here. I wonder what his third ability is too. It's heavy metal. So yeah, that's what you got. I got is just he's more resistant to heat abilities, which is good. I mean, it's not bad, but he really needed Levitate. So there's a Rocket Grunt right there. I think there's only about 2 or 3 more trainers you have to fight, maybe just 2. It's just a long walk, honestly, and avoiding fights, so yeah, Levitate. All ground type moves are just useless, which is amazing. Doubles the what? Disables his size. So you want to come up the stairs and go down here and keep avoiding all the Geodudes you can, because you know, Geodude. All these guys with Gyarados is already. Guys, do not buy that Magikarp and do not level it up and evolve it. When Gyarados evolves, he doubles the experience he needs, and it is just, it's agonizing to level. If you want a good Magikarp, you go to Surge's Town, you get the old rod for free, and you fish one up. And then you do not evolve it until way later on. People say 99, I would say 75. 75 is going to be the level you want that is, no matter what, going to surpass the Elite Four. That's your number. If you want to, let's say you want an Espeon, it has plus speed, you have an EV with plus speed, and you wanted to take on the Elite Four. 75. All it needs to be is 75, and it will beat the Elite Four. So that's when I would evolve them. Honestly, that's just me though. My personal opinion on evolving. It's all just about leveling them quicker. They are a little bit weaker in their smaller forms, but they level faster. So take care of this trainer, and then I think there's one more special trainer after her, which is a scientist, and yeah, and he'll unlock the dome and the helix fossil, and you pick one of those two, of course, like in the normal games, and you once you get to Cinnabar Island, which is about the 7th badge, you'll be able to unlock those. You can go in there and have them transferred into real Pokemon, as well as like dig sites. They can yield a Aerodactyl and stuff like that, so dig sites are extremely useful. This scientist guy it's kind of a pain, especially for the setup that you have if you've been following me and if you haven't gotten lucky enough to have a Bronzor yet. This guy is definitely a pain. You want to come into it fresh and ready, because he can poison you, which is just extra damage. As you can see, it's just tearing apart my Squirtle, which they're not doing much damage, but this poison is. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out Bronzor while I heal up Squirtle a little bit. He's going to be my sacrifice, which Bronzor is a great Pokemon to have like that. So I'll cure him up and heal him back up. All I got is berries right now. This is actually kind of close, so... Ooh, wow. Well, it just got closer. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and see what Squirtle can do. I don't have a revive, so worst case scenario... Ooh, I don't have anything to end this, honestly. So yeah, I definitely come into this fight more prepared than I did, guys, because this is gonna be close. Hope I can make it through this. Oh, Zubat. Okay. That's not too bad then. Zubat only does like Air Cutter to Bulbasaur or to Squirtle or something. Yeah, he's fine. Good. Perfect. So, for some reason, I don't know this answer yet, Team Rocket, that's ahead of us here, did fight me on the red server when I had Charmander. I don't know why I picked Helix Fossil, by the way. Spoiler alert. So the Team Rocket right here, I was kind of nervous. I didn't know whether or not they were going to fight me or not. They didn't before on this server, but they have on the red server. They did the whole prepare for trouble and make it double, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if it was because I had Charmander and I was on red server and this is yellow server and I need Pikachu. I don't really know if that's how it follows, but that's my idea behind it, because they just disappeared from me. So if you have a Pikachu, you might have to fight them. I don't know. I have fought them before. I do remember that. But that's my only guess at that. So there's your last item you're going to collect. And this room right here is really important. This is your Bronzor room. This is the closest room to a Poké Center and the closest room to you and your Bronzor. Bronzor spawns on Mount Moon B1F. And he is one of the Pokemon, if you follow this guide, you are going to take to the Elite Four. So you definitely need a Bronzor and a good Bronzor. Luckily, it looks like I've already caught one that is sustainable. It's good enough. So remember, when you walk out of here to hit this hole, do not bypass the hole. Always click it, just so you have it. You need to click them so that you can walk through and click them no matter what when you have the dig. So these guys just train some abilities right there. You can buy some fighting moves from them. None of them are trainers. There is one trainer, I think, up north. I'm going to avoid her for now and just go to Cerulean. There's a Super Potion right here. And you can avoid this grass and go straight into Cerulean. So my next video will probably be over Cerulean and how to level up Bronzor easily while you hunt for another Bronzor. Because, of course, the first Pokemon you get will never be perfect. So I'll be doing that video soon, you guys. I hope you liked it. Have a good day. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead and drop a like below. Subscribe if you want to see more, and go ahead and comment in the section below if you like.